welcome back, ProSpartanGamer back. We've got back to Yolton. Not sure whether we're back on track yet. This is episode 11 of Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. Not sure what we haven't found really. I think we need to find the village hall, wherever that's located, because that's obviously where they're all meeting. And hopefully that will point us to the direction of where we then need to go. Pretty sure we've done a lot of this already. Yeah. We've lost the light source, which was how we left in the last episode. We've sort of lost where we need to go, I suppose. And as yet we still haven't discovered it, but we've come back to the beginning of the game, if you like, the first area, hoping, I suppose, to find the village hall. Still haven't really come across it. What's that big building over there? Is that the village hall? I reckon it looks like it. I don't know for why we never went up there, but I don't think we did. But I'm thinking that is the village hall. Hopefully it is. Looks like it. Definitely not been in here before. Or did we? Pretty sure we didn't. I'm really hoping we didn't anyway.
What about the station?
That's shut down too. So there's no way in or out of the valley. They're obviously serious about this flu thing.
Phil doesn't think it's flu at all. He said he's been practicing medicine for 30 years and he's seen plenty of flu, and he said this doesn't feel right at all.
Well, there's nothing of any use on the radio.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. Have you started?
Yes, but to be honest, there's not really that much to discuss. This quarantine is in place, there's roadblocks and everything. No one really seems to know anything, but people are definitely missing. More of them too, not just a couple of old biddies. No one's seen the Sullivans since yesterday, and the house is just sitting there unlocked.
I just got back from the farm. All of Frank's cows died in the night. He's devastated.
Poor man, hasn't he had enough for 1 year? First Mary and now this.
Well, if no one's coming in to sort this mess out, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. Barbara, get Phil to do a stock take on medication. Jeremy, put the word out for people to congregate at the village hall. It's best we get everyone in one place for the time being. Good. I'll organise supplies. We'll have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. There's plenty at the depot, but well, let's start with what's here in the village. I'll draw up a rota. Charlie, you help me with that?
Anything for you, Meg?
I'll head out into the valley and scoop up the isolated families and check in with Lizzie Graves at the camp. Now, has anyone seen or heard anything from Stephen Appleton or his wife?
Okay, so whether we should have got that earlier or not, we've finally got the village hall. See what's going on. See, for me now, I still think it's back to the observatory and see if that gate's open, because I think that's where you're gonna end up knowing what's going on. That was a missing bit there in the hall. Can't see there's too much else that we're missing now. Like I say, we've not got that piece of light going around to follow, which we've lost. That's up to the church. We're going to go back this way now and see what we can find. See if there's any difference at the beginning of the game where the observatory was to. The music's still going on in the background, so it makes me feel like we are sort of on the right track for some reason. I don't know why, but it went awful quiet when we were just wandering aimlessly earlier on. Just wish we could run a little bit faster. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll just fast forward this bit and cut a little bit when we get back around to where we started, and we'll see what's going on. We'll rejoin you. Don't know that was anything new. No, the gates are still shut. Can we open them? Got to be another way in there or something, surely. Don't know, we're a bit of a loss here. Oh dear. Okay, we've been walking around for a while now. I said I would update you when I got to somewhere. Don't think I've been through this cut-in before. Obviously that's a place for bird watching, I'd imagine. Look out there and you see a few blue tits, a few great tits. If you're lucky you might even see a pair of tits, I don't know. But yeah. So we are here. But I think there's still a little bit of Frank's that we haven't done. Frank the Yank, or Frank the Farmer. So we're gonna go on down through this gate and crash on down through here. Yeah, we've obviously got lost. I said I was shit at finding my way around in games, and it's turned out to be the case. So we've got a little bit sidetracked. We finished Stephen's story, we've done Lizzie's story, we've done Wendy's story. We think we've nearly finished Frank's. But I am still thinking that there's obviously Kate's story, which is going to be back in the observatory when you're going to start putting a little bit of meat on the bones. So I'm expecting that to probably be the other area. But if you recall right back to the beginning of the piece, it was said that if you remember the conversation in the very first episode between Stephen and the electrician that was in the substation there, the electricity substation, that you're going to be locked in the observatory if the power fails and you're not going to be able to get out or anybody in because the gates will be shut. Well, I think that's still the case. I think the gates have obviously been shut, and we've got to somehow either find the backup generators and make them start or whatever, or something's got to happen to kick them back in. That's what I'm thinking. What's gone on here then? So I'm not sure that we've been to this bit. Crofts Lane. Not sure that we've actually been in this house. Don't recall it. Let's see if we can get in here and see what's going on. I mean, maybe we have, but I don't know. It doesn't ring familiar to me anyway. Let's go in and see. I know nothing's going to happen, but I still get that sense of insecurity playing this game. I mean, if a bloody girt thing jumped out in front of you now, you would absolutely soil your pants, I'm sure you would. Pretty sure you'd shit the bed, so to speak.
How's your sister, Frank?
We've not spoken since the funeral.
Ah, I see. Well, listen, I did rather wonder if you might do me a bit of a favor and check in on her, see if she's all right.
Dr. Wade, if they dropped the bomb, there'd be no left but cockroaches and Wendy Boyles.
It's a bit odd, really. There's an old chap, John Coles, regular visitor at Lakeside, went walkabout sometime last night. Now it appears Mrs. Boughton has done the same.
Enid? Well, that'd be clever. They amputated her leg last spring.
Yes, that's the thing. I've also got a surgery full of people with nosebleeds and headaches. The council are saying influenza, but I've been practicing for 35 years and I'm not convinced. I just wondered if you might pop by and see her.
Even if I did, do you really think she'd let me in?
Fine. Forget it. I'll see her. Leave it to me. Oh, and Frank, call the hospital and get them to collect all this stuff. It's been 8 months.
So I'm guessing that old Frankie's missus or whatever came home and died there. Whether that was Mary, I think Dr. Wade also there. Like people missing and one thing and another. We've got the story pretty much really now. It's just the finishing touches I think we're needed now. It's just the meat on the bones, like I said, but I'm glad we've actually found some more clues. I was getting a little bit worried that we'd gone down a dead end or something. Is that shit or blood? Again, 7 minutes past 6 or just past 5 past 6 there. A few empty beer cans in there. Doesn't look like he's looking after himself that well, cleaning up. Old Frankie. He's had a tough time with it. Through it. What's this? Bloody hell. Doing some work on an engine in his bloody kitchen. You wouldn't have had that if Mary was still alive, Frank, I bet you. Dirty old bastard. Oven could do with a good clean. Bike pump. Shit all over, innit? What sort of kitchen is it? Bags and bags of shit by the back door. Oh dear, Frankie. Oh, do we dare go in the shitter? Looks like he shit himself. I haven't made it to the toilet in time. Done 2 farts and a shit or something. Right. Out the back door. And that's... I'm pretty sure this is back out to where we went up that ladder.
It's bloody England. You can't just stop the train, stop people travelling about the place. I don't like it, Frank. I don't like it at all.
Well, nobody likes it. No sense sweating cobs over it.
Folk all riled about it, giving me grief. I didn't stop the bloody trains, did I? And did they give me any warning? No, they bloody didn't. Yesterday, it's all like, keep 'em calm, Howard, minor disruptions, and today it's all government edicts and not until further notice, and you'll manage. Half the village has vanished.
It's a couple of people. It's hardly half the village.
Oh, right now. You forget I've seen things. I was in the Falklands. I tell you, I got out the old air raid siren to test it this morning.
Air raid siren. What on earth are you going to do with one of those?
I found it in the station storeroom. Took it home, stuck it under the bed. Thought it might be worth something one day. Oh, damn it.
It's all right. It's just a nosebleed. Here, here's my Yankee. It's clean.
Oh, thanks, Frank, thanks. It's been going like a bloody drain all day.
Howard's bleeding like a stuffed pig now out of his nose. He ain't got long left then, poor bastard. He ain't gonna see whether the air raid siren's worth any money or not, I tell you that. So we have picked up a couple more bits here, like I said. So anything else in this field? So it's been a bit disjointed, this episode 11. Apologies for this, but obviously as you go around to sort of finishing off a game, so to speak, it's gonna be a bit like this. It's not gonna be all continuity in beer and Skittles. Can't get in there. Now we've got a quandary. Do we go back up the road that way, not obviously that way, up through there, or back that way? We've got no indication of the light thing anymore. The light thing is sort of vanished and it's not really helping us anymore, so Frank's area has been the hardest one to sort of get used to, I suppose, because it's been excuse me, here, there and everywhere, a little bit spread out across his farmland and pasture land. So there's a track up through there. Let's just see what that is in that barn up there. Might be something else. Or is this barns we've been to already? We have been to a few barns. Yeah, we've been to this barn. I remember walking past that blue tarpaulin. And obviously the events won't re-event. I think that one where he got shot. We went round to there, pretty sure. Let's head back up that road where we were going. It's very easy to get sidetracked on this game with paths and footpaths and the like, and not know where you're going, especially to a bit of a douche like me that gets confused where he's going very easy on computer games. Don't know for why, really. Can't see the nose in front of me face, I suppose, or something. I don't know for what reason.
So he managed to get the transfer to the observatory then?
Well, this Catherine woman must have swung it. Now he says they're getting married before they come back. It's typical. Why can't he just wait till he's home?
Are you going to go?
Goodness, no. It'll be full of her people. I expect they do things differently.
You want to come in for a cup of tea?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, for Christ's sake, woman, it's been 8 months. Won't you just come in and talk?
Oh, you didn't want to talk when Mary was still alive. You and Charlie Tate out drowning your sorrows when you should have been at home nursing your wife.
You can be a nasty old bird, Wendy Boyles.
Frank Appleton, you come back here and say that again. Our mother always said you were a bad egg. You'll come a cropper, you mark my words.
So that's just really confirming everything that we thought, that, you know, Mary was married to Frank, and old Wendy there didn't go look too much on it. She's quite outspoken, old Wendy. Bet she's a right hard-faced cow. But we're definitely obviously not been up this road because we found a couple new clues. So what does this mean? Does it mean that this is somewhere where we've not been then? Or is that just a route back through to that house where we've just come from? Pretty sure that's... This is the one with the... Yeah, we've done that with a ladder going up to the loft. What is this? Is this the same house that we just come to, just a different route around it? Pretty sure it is, isn't it? Or is this a different house? It's the same house. It's the same house, Owen. You're getting confused. You're going round and round in circles here. We didn't go in that shed though. There might be something in the shed. There is this wireless, look.
The radio telescope in Tower 6 is burned out. The background radiation coming in from the Penrose region is off the scale. It's like mathematics is bending along with the light. Everything is bathed in a strange glow. My face is still numb from the burn.
So Kate, still on about Tower 6. She obviously got burnt in doing what she was ever doing. Looks like she's come through a forest fire, I expect. Not that we're going to see her. I expect she's got a real red head. Got beetle, boiling beetle head or something, beetroot head. Yeah, apologies for this one, like I say, being a little bit disjointed, but we are getting there. Now, do we go up to that barn, or do we just say, no, shit do it, we've been there at some point in our lives, and carry on walking along this road? I suppose we just ought to go up there and make sure. Saw a couple comments on Twitter to the Chinese Room who made this game about the walking being painfully slow. Wish there was a run button. But I guess you'd miss an awful lot of the scenery with that. I mean, it's done for a purpose, to be slow, I suppose. So you know, you take it in, you enjoy, you think about what you're doing. Yeah, we've been to this one. We've been to this one. I remember a conversation in there. Definitely. So let's get back on the track. Feeding troughs for the old cows, but cows, of course, as we know, are all dead. There's no beef burgers for sale, or T-bone steaks, sirloin steak, or anything in the pub tonight. Cow is off the menu. That's for sure. Not that there's a McDonald's or anything in Yorkton anyway, from what we could see. Of course, back in the 80s, there was no McDonald's or anything like that about anyway. Another gate there. Another track. We've been up towards that windmill. We'll carry on up here. Got a feeling we've been there. I think this is where the car wouldn't start. Yeah, it's done and dusted. Another dead bird. Blackbird, R.I.V. Da la la la, da la la la. How's your father? He's dead. So, you are here. What is all that down there? We done that? I don't know. We carry on up the road. Let's not get sidetracked. Let's not get sidetracked. Let's carry on our charge to try and make head nor tail this investigation. stick to the roads. See if we actually find out. Loads of silver birch trees lining this road. Quite uphill. Oh, we come right round the lakeside holiday camp. Look. Is that lakeside caravan camp? Which obviously we've done. Yeah, it is. We've done all that. And up the road to that way was where we went back to Stephen's area. So we're going to walk back up to Stephen's area, and we'll join you again just to wrap up episode 11 when we sort of get back on track, if you like. I think we have a light. You know, this is Stephen's area, but we've got the light back, which is tremendous. Right, I'm going to leave episode 11 here because we're not really working out where we got to go. So we're going to have a play and we'll start episode 12 when we know. But obviously this was the start of Stephen's area. We've got this light form going around like a spastic here. We can't crack it, and it doesn't seem to be going in any direction to show us the way. We know what we got to do. We know that we've just got to probably find a way to get those observatory gates open. This is my theory anyway, and get into that observatory probably for the last area with Kate. But we've obviously missed something, because when we went back and looked, the observatory gates were still shut. So, and there was no light forms or anything about. So that's where we're to. 11 has been a funny one, but we have found out quite a lot. A bit of a disjointed mess in a way, but we have found out quite a lot. It's obviously going around now, picking up the pieces of the bits that we might have missed. And I'll see you very soon for episode 12, dudes. Cheers for now from the Pro Spartan Gamer.